Hey leaders, I just want to send out another refresher to you on the new book. The new book that Awana and Discoveryland has put together. This book is designed only for Appleton Alliance Church as a pilot program currently. One of the things you need to know is we do have the Jumpstart. If kids do not have their book or did not pay for their book, they will have a Jumpstart in their hand. These are verses that are in this book, but this page does not have to be completed if they've paid for this book. So they could be halfway through it. Mom pays for the book. They get the book instantly. Then you would start from the first section and work your way straight through. So all the verses that they memorize on here just helps them jumpstart into their book. That's important to know. The other thing is this first page is important for you if you end up switching kids, a coach has gone, so you have to fill in. This gives you an overview of the kid instantly that you're going to be working with. The verses seems to be easier than in previous books, but they're more strategic, they're more put together for a discipleship process. We encourage you, and we strongly encourage you to always talk about the know right. What can I know about this verse? Where can I think about this verse? Ultimately, what do I do with this verse? And then how will I feel before my God with this? After that, you would take time praying over your child, the student that you're working with, praying that they will have the opportunity to apply this verse and that they'll remember this verse the rest of their lives. At that point, you would sign right here on the signature, the parent bonus points. You get your kids extra bonus points, 2 tokens if the parent signed right here, so you can add up the tokens right there, review the definitions, and you move on. One thing I do want to highlight is at the end of the first section, it says just use it. At this point in time, what we're asking for is kind of the kids' testimony. Where are they at spiritually? You need to slow down on this one because there will be kids who have gotten this far who have not made a decision for Christ. They're not there yet. Don't pressure them to that point, but do have a spiritual conversation with them. Feel free to just write in here saying decision not made and let the kids know, you know what, that's something you personally have to do. You have to make that decision. We can come back to it. You can even sign it so they can move on. But it's a good tool that as you continue through the book to refer back to that. And then again, if the child does get saved with you, add that note in, and then that way you'll have an updated time frame on when that child's gotten saved. So again, this book is not, let's figure out how we can get through it as fast as we can. If you had a kid come up to you on the first week of Awana and they're like, I have 6 sections to say, I would say slow down. This is not the race. Probably 2, maybe 3 at the most for the first couple weeks, but then our goal is to pace them at 2 until Book 1 Advance is done. Book 1 Advance will look very similar to this, except for it'll say Advanced on the front. If the kids memorize like Joshua 1:9 in this book, Book 1 Advance would have Joshua 1:8, 1:9, and 1:10 combined together. So what we're going to do is take some of the biggest verses in here and pad them around with their other verses so that the kids can understand the bigger picture of each verse. You'll also notice, again, the flap on the back. The flap is designed specifically so the kids can pop their book up next to their bed and they can study it at home. Rather than just a book you put in a bag and you only bring back on Tuesday nights or you think about it on Monday night. Our goal is that our kids think about this all week long. We are not on a race. We're not just trying to get through kids through books. Our goal is to stop. Again, make them think about, what do I know about this verse? Where can I think about this verse? Can I think about this when I go to bed, when I wake up, when I'm at school, when I'm lonely? When can I think about this verse? What am I going to do with this verse? We know that we just don't want a bunch of kids that have a whole bunch of head knowledge. We want them to have this Word of God in their mind, in their heart, and then we want to show them how to use these verses, practically use these verses in their life. Our goal this year is, again, discipleship of kids. Some people have asked, why is this book so short? And the reality is it's the same amount of verses, except for a lot of the bonus text, a lot of the story plot, the cartoons have all been taken out. Because we do understand that a lot of kids they're in school all day long, and they are reading and they're doing homework. And when they come to these books, we want it to be a time of refreshment, a time where they can just sit back and study the Word, totally focused on the Word. And so we took all that out and then we just highlighted the verses for the kids. So again, same amount of verses as the other books, just a little bit less text. If you have any questions, comments, or anything related to this book, can you either contact Kirby Bernauer or myself, and we would be more than glad to talk to you. Again, this book is only designed for Appleton Alliance Church, and it is in partnership with Awana. We do value your input because it is a pilot program. Thank you so much.